everybody to Remnant 2 hardcore mode character thing. So here's the thing. I originally tried recording this with, hang on, I gotta get my phone around here so I can get my timer up and running. Oh my god. Alright, well, not necessarily a timer, more of a stopwatch, just so that I know how long each session is. So here's the thing. I tried to record this originally. It did not go well for me. The game, not the game, my recording software, there was audio was terrible. I ended up scrapping the recording. So, I've been through the game, I know what I'm doing. I beat it, I've done things. Here's the thing. In hardcore mode, if you die, your character, technically it doesn't get deleted automatically, but you can't use it anymore. You have to delete it in order to, well, not anything. You just, once you die in hardcore mode, you can't use the character anymore. It's permadeath. And there's a bunch of rewards you get for beating the game in veteran difficulty on hardcore mode that I want to try and get. And I've been headbutting into it for a while, and I've kind of gotten it down to a science at this point, as long as I'm careful. So here's the thing. We want our first war to be Geisha, simply because it's the only one we have actual direct control over. And because we want to get the Forbidden Grove as our first area, because technically you don't have to fight the Ravager, and that'll give us a huge buff. But veteran difficulty is hard. That's the thing. Veteran difficulty is hard. So before we do that, we're going to do an adventure in Lawson at the Palace, because the Palace it's very concise. It's a small area that's put together very well. I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite maps. You can get to everything pretty quickly. It takes about 2 hours.
Real pretty.
100% the Palace. And I can appreciate that. Plus, the enemies here aren't that tough, and the long corridors and things lend themselves really well to the Engineer's playstyle. Also, I am using the Engineer because the Engineer starts, if you don't know, once you unlock a new class archetype in the main game, you can create a new character using that class archetype, the Engineer. First of all, it's very hard to naturally unlock. I ended up getting lucky and someone handed it to me online, basically. I just joined someone's world and they went and picked it up. And if you're in someone's world and they pick an item up, then you get that item too. It's just like I don't necessarily want to call it a balance thing, I guess more of a quality of life thing. The only thing that doesn't work on your way is ammo. But so I had the Engineer because the Engineer starts with some pretty good high-level armor as well as some very decent weaponry. Technically speaking, both the rifle and the handgun are strong enough to carry me through. Plus, the Engineer's skills, he gets access to this turret, which can be used as just a minigun in and of itself, which is incredibly strong, high damage and stagger value. Plus, as you can see, a very high fire rate. Or you can place it down as a defensive mechanism to help you take down the enemies that you can't necessarily see, or if you want to use it for supplemental damage. You want to use it for supplemental damage while you're also shooting at the enemies, it can be used for that as well. Or if you're just not sure where something might be coming from and you want to use it to cover your back, you can also do that with it. So it's very nice, very good. You can hit with it. It does have melee attacks, and of course you saw the gun. So we're just going to set this down right here and go ahead. Also with the Engineer's prime perk or whatever it's called, like if you have the Engineer as your main class instead of your subclass, then you unlock the ability to overcharge the turret once every 60 seconds. Well, not necessarily once every. It has a 60-second cooldown. So then I guess technically that is once every 60 seconds. Wow, I picked up a bad spot. It just cannot hit everything because the bookshelves are going to end up blocking it from somewhere. What was I saying? Right, the prime perk allows you to overcharge it, giving it increased. Excuse me. Come back to me. Giving it increased damage, I think fire rate as well, and unlimited ammo temporarily. So it's very nice, it's very handy.
Great.
And then the melee weapon, well, it's the only thing that I don't really like. It doesn't really have any special effects. It's solid, it's just not that great. Luckily, I can replace it pretty quickly with something of equal or better value, and it's not a big deal. And so the reason that we're doing the adventure part of this to kick things off is just, like I said, the game in hardcore mode, or not necessarily hardcore mode is dangerous and scary. But in veteran mode, bosses and elites have extra modifiers that can make them particularly dangerous. Where you at, buddy? And because of that, I originally got the idea because I wanted the weapon for the boss. I was trying to use that as my main weapon, but I decided that without having to without having to build fully. Oh no. Oh, well, we died already. I fucked that up. I panicked a little bit in there. So see, that's the problem with this. I was trying to get the heal off, but I panicked and did something with the turret instead, and got myself killed. It's fine. We died right off. The hardest thing about this now, see, look, hardcore dead. Nothing I can do about it. So we're gonna delete the character. See, this is my normal character. Nice, big, strong, beefy boy. I make a new character.
Ooh, not bad.
Do that one.
Not bad at all.
That one. We'll do the green eyes this time. Give me. We'll go ponytail, but we'll leave the red. That's fine. We'll clean her face up a little bit. Hardcore. Skip tutorial. Confirm. So, there we go. Once that's better now, you can use any class you want. I'm holding fast to the idea that the engineer is the best one. It's going to be the hardest one for me to be able to, well, technically the Archon is, and the Explorer would be impossible to get without beating the game, but I don't really care about that. The Archon, I don't think is that strong in and of itself. It's cool, but it's not really that strong. Also, one thing I didn't mention is I'm kind of fat. Also, I have like the pre-order stuff, so you're getting ready to see me get some armor sets, but it's not that important. So whenever we start, we are going to go over here and talk to Reggie. Doesn't matter what he says. We're just trying to get access to his shop because he sells two things. He sells the Black Cat Band, which I need, and he sells the Bright Steel Ring, which I'm going to need, I believe. But I do need that one. The Black Cat Ring, I haven't actually tried yet. I wasn't sure if I would end up being able to make proper use of it, but I do think I'm going to do it. What it does is, if you die, it gives you a moment to not die. And I'm going to min-max the armor very slightly. I'm going to get rid of these because they annoy me. Whenever we get Leto's armor, we'll switch to that set, but we don't have it right now, so it doesn't matter. I can't upgrade my stuff yet because I just got rid of all my money. Technically, I could sell some stuff that I don't ever use, but it's not that big of a deal. So now what we want to do is we got to come through here, and this is the part you didn't get to see last time just because I skipped it out because it's boring. But we got Yeisha Red Thrones. We're gonna world settings. We're gonna re-roll veteran. Yes. We got Yeisha again. We got Red Throne again. It's not gonna work. The only thing I don't like about the campaign is that you can't choose your start. And so you just sit here. You re-roll this until you get. Okay, never start at Narud because Narud's hard. Narud is, I think, probably the hardest one. And interestingly enough, it is the one that I naturally got last in my first game. But if you look at the way these line up, it looks like either... Well, because Root Earth goes over here, so it actually looks like Lawson is supposed to be the last one, which is kind of strange because I consider Lawson to be the easiest. We got Yeisha, Red Throne. All I want is the Forbidden Grove. If it gives me the Forbidden Grove so that we know we're fighting the Ravager for Golden... There we go, Forbidden Grove, we got the Ravager, delicious. Now, one thing you want to do is you do actually have to come down here and bring the world into existence. Technically you don't have to. But if you do it like this, then the Forbidden Grove exists at a level 1. You see that? It's set, it exists, it's locked in. So now we can simply leave and go to, we'll go back to Ward 13. Also, I don't think I can join games because I'm pretty sure, public play of any kind is disabled for hardcore unless it's another hardcore friend. Pretty sure that's how that works. I have my game mode set to public, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. Also, I need to remember to get my healing shot before we actually leave here. Yeah, join game, there's just nothing. Well, it's updating, please wait, but yeah. Wait. There is one? So I guess you can, maybe you can publicly join other hardcore games. That's interesting. I might consider checking that out at some point. No, not right now. What we're gonna do is we're going to craft ourselves a Lost Adventure in survival mode. And we're gonna pray for it's not the palace. I'm gonna re-roll it. Awesome. Survivor. That's the palace. Alright, now before we get distracted and go off, I do want to come back here, talk to Ava. Also, you can, interestingly enough, you can skip Ava's attitude if you just
I swear
just
to
leave immediately, and then when you come back, you can just immediately go to crafting. And I'm gonna take the healing shot because of obvious reasons. We want to stay alive. So there we go. That's how you set up your start. And it takes a little bit to get it going and set up. But once you get it going and set up, then you're good to go. And so from here, I'm gonna be honest. I really wanna switch back over to campaign. Put it on veteran. So yeah, I think maybe that's power level 16. That's power level 4. So technically I could do, look, I'm not going to, I could probably, but I'm just gonna end up getting myself killed if I do that, I think. So I'm not gonna join it again. We're gonna go play our palace courtyard. I'm not gonna get into shenanigans. But I do like that they allowed you to public with other hardcore players. Because when it first released, they said you could only do it with friends, and that upset me because I don't have friends that play this game.
Real pretty. Yep.
But I definitely feel like
I don't trust this place.
they should allow hardcore players to play together. That 100% seems fair to me. So without further ado, we're gonna charge back into here. And I expect this playthrough to take overall. Let me just go all my door. Overall, I expect this. Yeah, if you face the direction that you were when you walked in, then it turns you all the way around to the direction you need to be facing by the time the elevator lands. Oh, we dropped, fairy boy. Yeah, see, the whole rifle's perfectly fine. Oh, come on now. One round short. I forgot what I was saying whenever I walked down to the elevator. Something about, oh yeah. I mean, hardcore players should be able to play again, that's what I was saying, and then, I'm gonna be honest, I actually have no idea what I was getting at, so it doesn't matter. Like I said, I've gotten this pretty much down to a science at this point. Come in here, you kill these guys with the big gun. Okay, except it's not hitting for some reason. Ow. I've never seen them do that leap before, that's new. I will admit, that's a new tech. That one. Oh. Wait, whenever the thing wears off, there is a slight cooldown. Turn off your fire. Let's come in here. Now let's just use this. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Technically, there's no reason for me to actually kill these guys right now. What's up? Really? Damn. Technically, there's no reason for me to kill these guys right now, but there's also not any real reason for me to not. Now then, I'm going to go back over here, just because I want this chest.
Okay.
Also, one thing to know about this guy is don't act like the hammer's fine. There's nothing fantastic about it, is all I was getting at. You can do a charge attack, and then it gets like this rocket thruster, and then you can swing it faster. But I mean, it's just not that cool, honestly. And the thing that I was interrupted with, one of the managers that works at my company, she runs one of the stores. She put her notice in, and that's unfortunate because she was definitely one of the best. I like her a lot. And she will be missed. Alright, I want to focus in on this guy. He's a problem. Little angels are threats. I mean, fairies are not angels. Oh my god. My hands aren't cooperating right now. I don't know what their problem is, but whenever I'm...
That looks like
Hey! Go away, buddy. Anyway, the big one's the one that's an actual threat. He's the one that has the ability to kill them. And also, we start out very weak. As soon as we start getting some levels and some trait points and some items and stuff, we will quickly become significantly more potent, to the point where what ends up killing me is, like, once I complete the adventure, like I said, I'm weak at the very, very beginning for like the first couple dungeons or whatever.
All right.
But then I quickly reach a point where the things that are killing me are not interacting with enemies or even the bosses. It's annoying insta-kill things. Or particularly unlucky swarms. Because I have, in one instance, I got caught in a scenario where I had an elite on one side of me and a horde on the other, and I was carrying the minigun, and I could not get away fast enough, and they just beat me to death then and there. I got dropped off an elevator by one of the flying root guys in Yesha, and it insta-killed me. I also got hit by a dart in Yesha, which insta-killed me. A lot of issues with Yesha. Magister Tulane did his bullshit attack once and insta-killed me. Dog's losing its shit. Yeah, for the most part, I don't die to actual damage. I get died to being screwed over. If I die to actual damage, it'll be within the first couple of dungeons. Go ahead and grab this. Also, one of the unique perks of the engineer, well, it's not a perk technically, I guess it is a perk, it's a trait. You get extra armor effectiveness, and as soon as this starts getting up into the levels, level 4, level 5, it starts getting incredibly difficult to get around. Plus, we're going to start upping our health later as well. And even our ability to heal. Plus, our damage is going to go up. We get a lot stronger, is what I'm getting at. Plus, I'm going to get access to a really nice crowd control item pretty early on. Also, we know this guy's gonna be here at this point. Like I said, I've kind of got the palace down to science. Kill that guy. Fight this horde of blackies. Don't worry, they're coming. Don't worry. Plenty of blackies. One more. It's always a coin toss whether there's gonna be that one more at the end or not. Here, nothing to the right, look left, no nothing. The next room, you get your gun ready because there's a guy in the ceiling. Spread through the wall. Loot chest. Get ready for this guy. Everyone down here. Sometimes there's an item there, sometimes there's not. You check just to make sure. Come through here. I don't think there's anything in here. Speak with the Jester. The Jester gives you 2 items. First one being a quest item. Oh, technically the first one's not a quest item, but talking to him and watching him juggle will get you your quest item. And while he's juggling, if you emote and you do a clap, then he will reward you with the Jester's Bell, which is a nice amulet. Increases cast speed by 35% and all damage by 20% for 15 seconds. It's just nice. Using a mod or skill makes me stronger, and I can do those things faster. Alright, there we go. Buddy boy is done juggling. And you have to physically watch him the entire time. Like, you can't look away or anything. You have to watch him. You get the magic quill. Using the magic quill, you can come to these half-a-door things, and you can draw in the rest of the door. Magic quill can write in anything, be it water, sand, or even stone. And then we go through the fairy door. And this will take us to the, to the physical realm of Lost. Right, I forgot. This one's technically just a bonus. Great Hall, though, is actually a pretty good bonus room to get.
I like the looks of this.
It's not very hard. Ow. Ow. And the final result... Okay. This is why we bring the pistol. Anyway, the Great Hall itself is not that hard, and the final result of it is a pretty easy easy thing to deal with.
Here they come.
Look here, bud. The main thing we want to get early on is we're hoping to get Luminite out of any elites that we face. And then of course we want skill points, and then we just money. But with the Luminite, with 5 Luminite and I think 12, it might be $1,500, I can get the dog. Ow. Fairy. Fairies, like I said, the fairies aren't that tough. Moderately threatening at best. Wow, I didn't even get, normally there's an item in the corner. I did not get it, which is rather upsetting, but no matter. Safe bet that there's going to be an elite somewhere through here. And if not an elite, then a horde. And it looks like I was maybe just wrong. Alright, set it down. I hear stuff. Yep. Magister. Out of here. Avoid the poison hole. With no antidote early on, that can definitely be a death sentence. We're going to clear out the turret. Also, I will come over here and happily pick up this little bit of extra iron. I'll quickly end up with more iron than I actually need, I'm pretty sure, but that doesn't matter. Hey. This is just a little, hey, there's my skill point. Nice. Probably not going to use it for anything least of all right, well, I mean, I'm going to use it for something, but I'm probably not going to use it right away. I know it's, like, objectively stupid to do, but nonetheless, I like to save up a few skill points before I use them. Stay back. What else we got? Hey! It's okay, buddy. Heal up. This guy's weak spot is in his back, which makes it very hard to hit. But also, he's just gonna get bullied, so it doesn't matter. Hell yeah, get these, no elite, as far as I can tell, is guaranteed to drop Luminite.
Take that.
So anytime you get Luminite out of any of them is a good time. This thing offers you 1 minute of just constant HP regen. It's not a ton of HP regen. Like it's not incredibly fast or anything, but it's definitely nothing to scoff at. It will heal you up from minor damages, and it will keep you alive from minor hits for a little while. So it's good to pick up. I wish it was a little bit longer lived, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. It's mostly for, because like I used my healing ball because I was afraid that I was going to get hit. But had I survived that fight, then I could have gone up there and grabbed this, and it would have healed me to full anyway, and it wouldn't matter.
Here they come.
Make sure we got nothing to my left or my right. I tell you right now, I already don't trust the way this looks. So we're gonna go ahead and get out the way. Also, I think leveling up as an engineer increases the damage that this gun does. So that's incredibly helpful as well. Alright, I'll admit, you know, I was a little I was a little early on whipping out the big gun. But, what's up? Of course. Hey, you know what? We weren't that early on getting this big gun though. We gotta do it right here. And a problematic one at that. Alright guys. The sorcerer is actually not an issue. Sorcerer's a weak little guy. Now, between these, I hear anger still. But between these, your goal is to turn everything to one color. Black. Technically, that flame is blue, not black, but we're calling it black. That side's black. Let's see. Do this one. We need. So you gotta shoot. Here, buddy. Power it up. Kill it. Alright. Hell yeah, getting Luminite fast. And honestly, this puzzle's not hard. I'm trying to min-max it to make it like the super easiest. But if you just work your way down the end, it's not hard. They change the one that it hits plus the one on either side of it, so you work your way to the end, and then you shoot the last one when the last two are the obstacle. Like, ow! You did. The reason I told you this guy's not a threat is because you can get in close and just beat the shit out of him. If you do that, he's not a threat. I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, but pretty sure there's going to be an attack coming right here. Just gonna set that right there. Come up here and get my ring, which I believe increases my skill cooldown, either skill cooldown or skill damage by a little bit. Let's go. Maybe I already killed the ambush, that's what that second wave was. Because normally I do handle the flames pretty quickly. Kind of happens during the fight a lot of the time. But hey, you know what? We're doing good. We're doing good. It's just, it's the, like the malefic versions of things put me on edge. Oh,
Here we go.
Dude, right there. Anyway, the malefic version of anything, they always put me on edge a little bit just because it's got like this creepy atmosphere to it. And also the dark elite fairies are definitely scarier than the light elite fairies. Stone of Malevolence, that like increases static effect damage or something. It's coming in handy when I get the dog. The dog applies bleeding. Yeah, as you can see, the pulse rifle is a perfectly fine weapon. Can definitely carry you through into the late game. I can probably beat the game with it, and I have beat the game using my little pistol. There's not really any point in, I mean, I guess it's probably technically smarter to take the dumbwaiter. Saves you a very minuscule amount of time if you do it that way, but whatever. We're gonna roll out of here. Also, let's go ahead and check out what my stone does. Stone of Malevolence. Elemental damage generates additional mod power. Okay. It's actually not bad if I end up getting that fire tornado thing. That could be pretty good. Let's go through here this way, this way. Open that up. Also, it might be worth, during like boss fights and stuff to switch my prime perks around. That way I'm getting it from the, that way I have a chance to get the revive of the dog. Just seems like it might be very useful to me. Also, how much money do I have? I'm up to 1,200 money. I have a couple of things I can sell. Actually, I have a lot I can sell. And I have the 5 Luminite. So I'm going to try and go back and go ahead and get the dog. I know you get it from Mudtooth. So we're gonna try and go get the dog. Even if I don't use the dog's revive, it's just very useful and handy to have. I will talk to this lady.
God damn it. They,
Yep.
you feels
Yep.
like anything.
Yep.
No, maybe a but so.
Alright. So she sells some good stuff, but mostly I'm going to want this enlarged heart later because of its W speed, and I'm going to have to come and get the simulacrum eventually. But I came here to sell stuff to her. So let's sell that, let's sell that. Let's keep that, that could come in really handy later on. And we'll sell our relic dust. That's not relic dust, that's iron, this is relic dust.
Stop by anytime. You know where to find me.
Probably didn't actually need to sell that, but it's okay.
Well, hey, get away!
Wake him up,
So,
ask you some questions, tell me about
it's
yourself.
only 3
Any
recon.
more questions,
Oh.
see your wares. 1,500 bucks for the dog this one.
Maybe Wallace
Come
can do
round
something
again
with this.
sometime, here.
I should head back to the ward.
Technically, I could sell my ammo boxes. I've literally never used them. But I don't want to get rid of them and then end up needing it. I'm terrified of that. Like, I still haven't run out of ammo, but if I do, man, like if I ran out of ammo in a boss fight and died because I didn't keep those ammo boxes, oh, I'd be so mad.
Traveler.
I would be, like, inconsolably
I know
mad.
you'd. Goodbye,
Okay, we
traveler.
got our dog now. Okay, well, technically, now we have our dog. Also, that is the fastest I've ever gotten the dog. That is the most agreeable the Luminite drops have ever been for me. I got almost 1 for 1 there. I think there was 1 or maybe 2 elites that didn't drop 1. The second sorcerer, I think maybe neither sorcerer dropped 1. I think other than that, maybe neither sorcerer and the fairy, but still, this is easily the fastest I've ever gotten to 5 Luminite. Normally, I'm like halfway through the palace by the time I get it. Alright. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this...
Great. More bad news.
Hit my dog. Alright. This part's a little spooky. The idea behind it. Alright. Let's eat. Now my standard heals aren't going to work while we're in here, but I can still use my healing thing. Use the heal buddy. Or I mean use the buff. Easy done. Good eat. Hey! Alright, get big. Why are you eviscerating people? Stop that. Ow! Fucking Magister. Oh, he doesn't eat. Alright, reload. Eat. I don't know if I get something for eating everything, but I think I might. Alright. Alright, he does it. Ow, God, get away, get away, get away. Roll! No! I died to the Ravenous anyway because I couldn't get the damn thing. Alright, for the sake of the video, I'll come back at the completion of... So basically, when we would have been getting out of that, not necessarily that fight, but that dungeon, the completion of that dungeon is when I'll come back, I guess. Okie dokie, okie dokie. So, I did not get the same layout. I ended up with the count the chambers this time, so I did the quest, they're completed. And we're about to head back out the door. Also, I had slightly worse luck on my drops this time, so I did not get the dog yet. But that is okay. I'm only one Luminite away.
Here we go.
Also, I haven't upgraded anything yet. I'm just base level right now. I'm probably gonna worry about upgrading stuff at the next, as soon as I get the dog. Hey. I go back, I'll get the dog, I'll upgrade some stuff. For now, we need to take this elevator. To be honest, I kind of want that scrap. Alright, that's enough fights for now. Let's get up the elevator. We need to go there and kill that boy. Close that door in a minute. Now I want to handle the elite because there's also some goodies over here. Come on, buddy. No, you're not. There's Blackie. There's the last one that we need to look at the dog as soon as we get to the next world. Shot through that dude's legs. I don't know if there's actually any need to come up here and get the Nimwe's retreat thing. But it makes me feel better for some reason. To be honest, I have no idea why, and I have no real justification for coming down here. I just feel like I'm supposed to for some reason. Really, it is probably a waste of like 6 seconds or whatever, but those 6 seconds are not going to end the world, so I'm not that concerned about it. Now, there's a doorway, should be, nope. Here? Yeah. Don't ask me how I knew that was going to be there, just a feeling. Alright, now this should take me out into the grand world of Lost. Rockway, you say? Rockwood Quarter isn't bad. Question, is it going to be Huntress or Oracle?
This place gives me the creeps.
Oracle. Oracle's, okay, I can work with Oracle. Honestly, I think I like Huntress a little better just because I know for a fact that I can bully the crap out of her, but Oracle's fine. Oracle gives me a perk that I happen to really want, so that's workable. Alright, let's do back to the board. I do think that I got better luck on the chest drops this time around, so I have more money available, I think. I can't prove that. feeling. Also, I got the stream coupler ring. Using a skill regenerates max health, so that's nice. It just makes it so my turret will heal me now. That's just
What? Hey, what? No. So, look.
Ask you some questions.
Right.
Tell me about
Said
yourself.
only 3 reasons. Well,
Any questions.
well.
Not sure what this
Dog
is.
whistle.
Maybe Wallace would know.
Drop off the fairy needles. Keep the curse blight thing. Drop the tranquility pond. Keep the bandages for now and drop off the relic dust.
Be sure to come back for some stew.
Wallace is this way. Excuse me. Come up here, talk to Wallace. Get the dog. Although, actually, even though it's too late now because I've already got the dog whistle, maybe the Challenger might have been better just because it can resurrect itself once every 10 minutes.
I see you, traveler. I knew you'd say that.
But, oh well. Going with the
Goodbye,
dog.
traveler.
I guess technically I could have just waited and not done that, but oh well. I like the dog. The dog's good. Technically, I can use the dog as a res as well if I want. So, like, if that's the route that I want to take, I can still take that route. It's fine. I'll pick up my sword, and then I will upgrade my rifle. Then we will rock on with Blossom. We'll find some little kitties for the
Well,
oracle.
ain't you a right mother? I
Don't care.
folks still ain't chat. I
Don't care.
Then keep your gun loaded and your wits about you, stranger.
Yeah.
How's the war? Yeah.
I will take World's Edge. Thank
Think
you.
you can
Goodbye.
handle this? 2 shots center mass and 1 to the head.
He died, dude. Shut up. My God. Riggs, buddy. Riggs.
What can I do?
I will say that having to wait for them to talk to me is actually, oh yeah, I got the ornate sword from doing the other quest. Doesn't matter. We're here for this. 2, 3, 4 upgrades.
Take care, my friend.
Nice. Damage is up to what now? 22.4. It's pretty juicy. Look at World's Edge. I don't have another ring to replace this with yet, so it's fine. I mean, it's fine. It's not bad. It's just a mediocre upgrade. And also with that, I think I'm going to pause. Like, I'm gonna cut the video here. We're gonna pick it back up at Oracle's Refuge. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye for now, and as always, stay frosty. Alright, we're going to go ahead and cut this one here. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Go ahead and follow @Snowflake on Twitter for updates on when videos come out. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.